probably most excited for this fight. People might be surprised because Derek Lewis always puts on spectacular fights, but I'm looking forward to Korean Superboy Do Choi. Um, he hasn't been fighting lately. I want to say this is his return since 3 years ago. He last fought against Charles Jourdain, who's also a spectacular fighter. But Do Choi, like if you've never seen him fight, you have to check this guy out. He's only got 6 fights in the UFC, and of those 6 fights, 5 of them he won fight of the night bonus. Right? He doesn't always win, but he's always trying to knock someone out, and it's really always kill or be killed. Um, I remember just losing it watching him fight Cub Swanson because they're just going back and forth. They're like probably 5 separate times. We're like, all right, end the fight, that's it. And then they just both get back up and start swinging. His timing, his control of distance is great for the offense. I would say in the times he loses, you could see like his defense needs some work because once they start landing on him, um, it's not fun to watch. But this is a great comeback fight for him because Kyle Nelson, no offense to him, but in his he's got 5 fights in the UFC, he's 1-4. So if you're a fan of Do Choi, which I think like the UFC matchmakers are, like this is a good fight for him to come back from. That being said, Do Choi, he's coming off of 3 losses back to back, so it'll be interesting to see where he's at. This is a guy that entered in the UFC having like a crazy unbeaten streak and just finishing everyone in quick fashion. Even when he came into the UFC, knockouts in the first round very fast. And then he lost 3 in a row. So how does that affect his confidence? Did he take enough time away to recover and learn? Or was it too much time? I'm very interested to see. But I think just win or lose, this is easily fight of the night, like without a doubt. Who do you got in this one?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, completely. The question that I wanted to ask you: do you know the reason why he took so much time off?
And one of the times it's because he had to do mandatory military service. I was trying to look it up again. I don't know if this time was why he took the time off. I want to say he took time off before that, but it could be. I saw recently he also, or in 2021, he was going through a divorce. So I wonder if that may have tied him up a bit. I'm not sure. But I want to say the mandatory military service that he had to serve. This was before this layoff, so other reasons probably. Yeah.
Yeah, he is also from South Korea. Yeah, they have like a long,
Mhm.
like same reason why Korean Zombie was out for a
Right.
while. Okay,
And
okay.
BTS, I don't know if you follow them. I don't either, but apparently they have to take like a break or something.
Yeah, I mean, like he had like 3 crazy fights, like in against Cub Swanson where he wasn't finished, Jeremy Stevens where he finished him, and then Jourdain like DKO. So it's maybe good like to take that time off, and we're gonna see maybe like again refreshed version. Like maybe he get like again that how to say ability to take the punch. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that's the ability too. Uh, yeah, and perfect, like you said, perfect opponent. Like if he survives first round and manage to put that crazy pace, I can see him like beating Nelson like in a second or third round. Like only like uh, he's gonna be a threat in the first round, like because like some fights that I was looking at him, especially he's changing the weight. We are talking about Nelson, like he's between like 155, 145. In 145, I think he's like struggling with the cardio and also ability to take the punch, and I think that's a really really good opportunity for Choi, to push the pace, to get him tired, and then to try to finish him. Uh, But let's see how it's gonna play out. You know, especially like how my opinion about the long time away from the cage. You know, and especially like to KO or TKO defeats. You know, but like again, like you said, this is a perfect matchup for him. You know, to try to get back. Like you said, maybe they like him. Uh, they like him like a matchmakers. You know,
Yeah,
so
and the two losses, the two knockout losses he suffered, like we've talked about Charles Jordan a few times now, and like I think he's one of the better guys, even though his record is mixed. Like he could finish most of the
really,
guys, given the right circumstances. And then Jeremy Stevens, he could also knock out anybody. So these aren't just anybody that he's losing to. These are killers. And I think this comeback against Nelson is a bit of a different level. So this should be good for Duho Choi.